Welcome back to this week's episode. It takes a village to save a yacht. Watchers and anchorage comes together to face the challenge of a boat dragging anchor in a fierce storm in the Mozambique Channel.
Mate, his boat is a bit marginal.
Epic stories and great company as we hanker down with none other than Aussie sailing legends Yosh, Bonita, Tallulah and Marley from Sailing Nanji. And trans-Tasman rivalry is alive and well as Aussies and Kiwis and a few sappers come together for a little fierce but friendly competition. But first, join us as we continue our journey across the Mozambique Channel, seeking a safe haven from the approaching storm.
There's a southerly buster coming and we got to hightail it to the anchorage.
Stay tuned for an action-packed episode full of endeavour, camaraderie and the raw beauty of sailing in one of the world's most stunning yet challenging regions.
Oh, look at you go.
I know.
You know what you're doing?
You know what I'm doing.
I can tell.
But actually, Robert doesn't credit me as being a good sailor. But I put up the main on my own in the early hours of this morning, and then I put out this on my own. What's the matter?
Do the halyard first.
Huh?
Do the halyard first. You've got the top of the sail.
Yeah, sorry. Robert doesn't credit me as being much of a sailor.
Really?
Yeah.
Have I said that?
Only about 10 times. I haven't taken it to heart.
There's a potential collision course here. We've got our AOS switched off because I don't want to alert the Mozambique authorities or anyone there for that matter that we're getting close to their coastline. Quite a lot of sailors actually doing the same down the Mozambique coastline, just leaving the AOS off. Don't want to alert anyone to our presence. So I'm just going to have to watch this guy. He may see me think, oh god, I can't see me on AOS. Are we going to collide or anything? Of course I'm going to take evasive action if we need to turn. And by the look of it, I've been watching for a little while. They're not moving on the horizon much. Hard to say actually, but pretty soon I'm going to make a decision. I might turn quite a bit to starboard and go behind them. We'll see.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, just to let you know, we have turned our course 30 degrees to port and we have slowed down. We will let you pass in front. Okay, Roger?
Okay, thank you very much for your cooperation. You have a nice day. Back to 16, over and out.
Roger that, 16.
There it goes.
Right, I'm gonna turn starboard now. A couple of clicks. We'll go past behind them and carry on our westerly trajectory. I reckon there's more current over that side. It's like the grass is greener. Yeah. For real.
Welcome back. If you joined us last week, you will have seen us set off from the tropical island of Mayotte, situated at the north of the Mozambique Channel, destined for Richards Bay, South Africa. The Mozambique Channel is an inhospitable stretch of water in the wrong conditions, but up till now the weather has been favourable. We could even do with a bit more wind.
I'm just going to put a halt on putting that spinnaker up, I think. The wind is just dropping out again. It was 5-6 knots before, which is quite nice. It's giving us a nice little bit of assistance with the engine, but 4 knots is not enough. Checked on our mates Excelsior and they have leapt ahead of us. Last night, because they were further to the west than us, they got a current and mate, it's just hurtled them further ahead of us like it's crazy. They're doing 8 knots, we're doing 7, but they've been doing 8 knots for hours and hours when we were doing 5-6 knots for those hours, most of those hours. And as a result, they're now 30 miles ahead of us and south of us instead of, they were north of us and slightly west of us, but they got that current and just they're zooming. They've got 2 to 2.5 knots of current, maybe even more. Anyway, but we're still going well. I have to say, we're doing 7 knots, man. It's nothing to complain about. But relatively speaking, oh.
I've had 2 cups of coffee and I'm a little bit,
She's a bit shaky.
However, a southerly buster is brewing. Our aim is to make Linga Linga harbour with time to spare before the big blow turns this ocean wild. Happy dance, everybody! Happy dance! What's happened?
We have reached the Holy Grail, as you just said, Rachel. We're in the current. We're doing 8 knots down the current. We're doing 1 motor go. But the wind is filled in as well from northeast, and it's filled in 10, 12 knots. Perfect for sailing the Rolly Tasker. Rolly, let's go Rolly. Let's do it.
One in control, Jeff.
Yeah, I'm in control. Oh, it's very exciting. Oh.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
8.7 there. What else? 8.8! My goodness, we are honking. Very happy. We're obviously in the current. The little blue dots on there are excelsior. They're ahead of us. Going a wee bit faster. How far ahead are they? About 30 miles, I think. About 30 miles. Let's have a look. Oh, 17. But that, I don't know when that was taken actually. So I think they are about 30 miles ahead of us. So they are going very nicely. Linga Linga, here we come. Ooh, a 9!
Oh man, it's so good at last. Engine's off.
Sometimes you think going to Mayotte was a kind of a detour.
There's a major detour. Crossing the channel to go to Mayotte and then coming back across the channel to get into the current again. But it was nice to visit Mayotte and catch up with Excelsior.
I was not looking forward to this because of the anxiety about, everybody talks about the Mozambique Channel being a challenge, and we are not even halfway through it yet. However, I will say this, the only other time that I've been a bit worried about when we did from Seychelles to Tanzania, and it turned out to be fine, and when we crossed the Bight with Zatara, which everybody said, oh, that's a dangerous piece of water, and that turned out to be really fine as well. In fact, it was very much like this. We had not enough wind most days. We did a lot of motoring. It was super easy sail, and we were doing it the opposite way to what most people do. So all these challenging ones, now I am speaking, I may be speaking way too early here.
Oh, yeah, no.
I am speaking way too early, but so far, it's been very pleasant. So part of our nighttime routine is to check that we have the right sails for the conditions overnight. And although we've had a beautiful run with the spinnaker up, it's a little bit hectic to keep going at night time at this speed. We're going super fast and it's absolutely wonderful, but if it's the fan, this is not a great sail to be having flying. So we're going to take it down and we're just going to put the Genoa out, which is a much easier sail to handle and can be all done from the cockpit. But you have to go forward to take down rolling.
One of the most treacherous things is going on that trampoline. I walk on it with great trepidation. We've got a new one, has arrived in South Africa. A friend of ours, one of our patrons, Bernard, has got it. And we hope to pick that up in Richards Bay. I'm very tentative on it.
Yeah. Ivan, are you looking forward to your night in the current?
What? Night in the current? No, not at all.
No, you'll still be flying along, I mean. Are you looking forward? This is going to be a fast night.
Time doesn't move any quicker.
Well, that's true. But it feels pretty good when you're racing and there's no swell. Well, it's so nice, there is no swell.
Yeah, well.
And we're rocketing.
Tell me when time speeds up, then maybe, but no. Night shifts suck no matter what.
Good evening, good morning should I say. It's about 2:30 here. Earlier on it was pretty rough and jubbly, but we've been sailing now for probably 3 to 4 hours, relatively calm water, which is really surprising because we had 16 to 20 knots, 22 at times, gusting at about 50 degrees. But the startling thing is just how calm the sea has been, especially earlier on, that stronger breeze. It's really, like right now, it's really nice sailing, really nice sailing. Actually, really cool thing too, we've got one of those skies that is just super clear. There's a bit of moon, but the critical thing is there's no cloud cover. I mean no cloud, it's just like the sky is so clear you can, over the Milky Way, you see the main stars that you can always see any old night, but this time you can see all the like thousands of stars dotted in between all of that, and like heaps and there's so many. It's really amazing. So do you see something up there that's not ideal? There's no car up there. There's no car up where the batten is, holding the batten to the mast. The car is in fact slipped down to on top of the next car. So the attachment to the batten holder is somehow broken away. We need to investigate. I'm loath to take it down and have to fart ass around trying to fix it, because it could take quite some time. So we've got about a day and a half to go to Linga, and I'm sure it'll be okay till then, hopefully. We've lost the car, Rachel.
I don't know what you mean.
We've lost the car on the mast, on the sail.
Oh, have I really?
Yeah.
Nobody?
Yeah. Can you spot it?
So we're going to have to drop that down?
No, I think it'll be okay. To repair it's going to take quite a long time.
Scratching the mast though.
I'll have a look. So after inspecting it closer, it'll be fine to stay up, I think, while we're sailing. But if the wind drops out, and we have to drop the main, I'll do some more work on it then. I mean, look, if we had time up our sleeves, I'd just get on with it now. But we do have a time issue with, we're hoping to get into Linga Linga in 2 days time before sunset, so that we can get into a shallow bar. It is quite a long and extensive bar, and it's potentially quite dangerous because it gets quite shallow at low tide. We're trying to time it for the sort of mid to high tide, and that is before dusk. So we have to average, I guesstimated about, we have to average 6 knots, 36 hours to make that destination in time. So I really don't want to stop from mucking around with that or lose speed.
What did the wind get up to?
21. It's okay.
Catch and breathe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we've got to.
So we're good. Okay. Lift it up a bit. Lift it up a bit. That was pretty awesome actually. When we tried to drop the main, the car, where the car was not there, the rod that would normally go into the car had slipped down to the leeward side of the mast, and it was sort of sliding down the outside of the mast, the leeward side, and as it came down it got caught on the spreader.
Yeah.
And that's when we got stuck. So you had to pull it back up again, and then wait as we brought it down. It was literally the swing of the boat, and it allowed it to come down as we were then this time. So that was
Nicely
lucky.
timed.
Yeah, it's good teamwork. Yeah. Seriously, it's pretty good. Very good. Pretty happy with that.
It is 6 o'clock in the morning. On the last morning before we get into the Linga Linga anchorage. And we have had a pretty blinking good run of it. I know that there have been moments where we have been just going so fast and it's been a little uncomfortable at times. But I think when all's said and done, it's been easy. It's been relatively easy, and it's crazy because Excelsior have been between 30 and 40 miles ahead of us at any one time, and they've been experiencing quite different conditions at times, like much worse than us, I think. And yeah, to be that close and yet experiencing different things, I don't know. We've found this to be fantastic, actually. I was just about to sit down and say how uneventful the trip has been so far when I look up and I notice a hole in Rolly, our beautiful spinnaker. No, not Rolly, no! So I had to get Rob out of bed. He's only just gone to bed. He's just done his shift. It's 5 something in the morning, and now he's working on putting Nigel out. And then Rob can go to bed. Well done, Robert.
Oh.
No rest for the wicked.
You were just having an uneventful time, and I was just having a wonderful dream.
I know, and I come in and go, we've got to drop Rolly. So, yeah.
I was getting a deep tissue massage from Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Where are you now?
The young one. We are in the bar now, 7 metres of depth. It's gone from 100 plus metres, I don't know how deep it was. It's come up very gently. It was about 30 metres outside the bar. In fact, you might be able to see the line there. It's greener as opposed to the dark blue. There's a little swell just on the bar as a result because it's just for a sort of a pressure wave, not too bad. It's quite a long bar. It's about a 7-mile entrance, 7-8 miles from the outside of the bar. So I'm going to stay on. I've got some markers on our charts to follow, some waypoints. I'll stick to those and hopefully we'll bob to Uncle Charlie's yacht. So Ivan's taking us in. He's helming us into the bar, into Mozambique. Yeah! You got it up, you take it from there, buddy.
Ivan has been so amazing. He does all the late night shifts. Yeah, although Ivan is a night owl, so that's his better time of the day. But he's often stayed up an extra hour, haven't you, and let Dad sleep.
Yeah.
I thought that might be passed on. Paying it forward. Yeah. To the next person getting up, but that hasn't happened so much.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm so excited, but I don't know. Everyone said that Linga Linga is a beautiful anchorage, and so I think I'm looking forward to that. And it just feels like a great achievement. Any passage feels like a great achievement, especially one that you were anxious about, and then it's turned out to be really good.
It's officially run. We are in
We
the
did it!
channel.
High five, Ivan! Should we do
We're
a
gonna high
donkey,
15.
a
Yeah.
donkey handshake, a three-way handshake? Well, our Prime Minister of New Zealand
You're
at the
excited.
Rugby World Cup, he was so excited that when two people went in for a handshake, he came in as a third.
It's very awkward.
A bit awkward. There's a dog. Hello, doggy. Hello, doggy.
This was all bunched up like it was all,
Yeah.
the hook for about half a metre, it was all like that. So twisted down the bottom. We haven't used this length chain for quite a while.
And why are we putting out so much chain?
Because we've got a bit of a southerly bust coming through in a couple of days' time. And actually because the other boats have put out the same 70 metres of chain. So we're just going to do the same. We're copycats. Can't think for ourselves.